A month's time has also dramatically changed the complexion of the AFC East. In early November, the Dolphins had an enjoyable 2-game margin over the Jets, but subsequent Miami losses placed the two teams in a tie for first place. Against the Patriots, Miami's backsliding had seemingly grown worse. The Patriots were intent on snapping a 14-game losing streak at the Orange Bowl and eager to prove that they are still one of the league's most talented squads. Defensively, the Patriots secondary limited Miami to just 11 completions, while the New England running game enjoyed great success behind number 73 John Hanna, who first neutralized the outside linebacker, then instinctively looked back inside for a second block. Besides offering all-pro escort service, Hanna and company gave quarterback Matt Cavanaugh ample protection. And when Cavanaugh spotted tight end Don Hasselbeck for 6 points, New England had thoroughly dominated the first quarter. But New England's problems stem from their tendency to self-destruct. And after Dolphins safety Mike Kozlowski recovered this fumble for a touchdown, there seemed little that New England could do right. Number 22, Tony Nathan, rushed for 119 yards to record his first 100-yard rushing performance of his career. As the game progressed, Dolphins setbacks became more and more effective, and by the second half, virtually every Miami play involved a running back. Although the Patriots knew what was coming, they couldn't stop it. Number 31, Eddie Hill's game-winning score clinched a 24-14 Dolphin win and moved Miami into undisputed possession of first place in the AFC East. Without another letdown, the Dolphins' sights are on the playoffs, providing they don't lose their sight first.
The following Sunday, Shula's team continued its show of character. In a victory over New England, number 31, Eddie Hill, epitomized the team's determination. Don Shula and Mike Kozlowski saw lots of action, and Kozlowski, number 40, made the most of his playing time.
Okay, I'm down here with Don Shula, and Don, I know this was well, to say important is certainly an understatement of the year. They're all important at this stage, but this was a game that I know worried me a little bit.
Well, they're a good football team. We've played them now 4 times in 2 years, and they beat us worse than any team has beat us up in New England, and we had to go to sudden death twice overtime to beat them the last 2 times. And so we realized going into today that they'd come down here loose and anxious to win. They haven't won in the Orange Bowl in a long, long time, and we had to realize all these things. But more than anything else, we had to realize that the great accomplishment of Monday night, the fine game against the Eagles, goes on the line each and every week. And if you don't win against New England, it diminishes the accomplishments of earlier games. So that was our thought. Then we fall behind in the game and stayed in there and tied it up, went ahead. And when they came back into the ball game and tied it up, that's when our football team really went to work and got after it and scored the points that gave us the good spread in between.
Now, when you talk about getting after it, today something happened that hasn't happened in a while. Penalties could have hurt you, but your team came back and made first downs out of a lot of those.
Well, that's the disturbing thing there, the penalties, because we haven't had a lot of things taken away from us on penalties. Then all of a sudden the flag starts to get thrown, and then it's thrown, and it's thrown, and we had some big plays taken away. But we did come back and overcome these penalties on a couple of occasions, and you have to keep your poise to do that. You can't get greedy and try to get it all back in one hunk. But if you can get half of it back in one play and then hang in there and try to get the other half back in the next play, then, you know, you're fighting to do it. Of course, Eddie Hill bailed us out on that one where he got the ball in the flat, and it looked like he was strapped, but somehow he got into the end zone. Those are the kind of efforts that we got to have.
I'll give you two statistics you'll like. You went over 200 yards rushing today and held them under 300 yards after what they achieved up there.
Yeah, they had close to 500 in the game up there. So that was good. Our defense has really been playing a lot better in these last few ball games, and you got to have the big defense at the end of the year, because this is when it really gets down tough, and you got to make the plays. And our corners, although I guess they didn't come up with any interceptions today either, but they didn't catch the deep ones on them. So things are shaping up for us defensively. And offensively, we just got to keep working to get points on the board. Nathan and Dondra Franklin had the good days rushing.
Great job, Don.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Rick.